It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is Devondre Campbell. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Falcons and the Saints, and it comes your way next.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tua. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Tua now on first down. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great. Not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. Rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 13 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
He's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, they started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On play action, here's Tua. And this will be caught downfield by Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Jackson's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On the option right is Jackson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Holding, offense.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Still first down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They go play action now. Jackson trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A first carry for Rachaad White. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll just get rid of it.
Not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So here are the Saints to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Jackson running again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got White here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. From the gun, it's Tua. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Tua to throw again. Man open is Robinson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Here's Tua. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
About 3 yards there to the 27. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted, my goodness. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 at this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try to run for it with Carter. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Carter, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Waddle, 67 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. For the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua looking left side. Andrews with it complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to White. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 38, Tua. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Rick.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Saints set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's the option going right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it running right. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Pollard again.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Tony Pollard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw again on second down. Tua.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Pass what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught. This is White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work done. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Tua going to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Read option, this is White.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to Robinson.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Tua. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. going to the air. Tagovailoa. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. It's a first down following a gain of 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off enough. Back now here live in New Orleans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
They're able to locate Andrews here on the out route, and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. To about the 35, 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run right on the option. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. 76 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They go play action now. Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Snell going to try the right side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they're going to stop play here. And the injury is to, that's DJ Chark, the receiver, who's in need of some help right now.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now here's Pollard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it all culminates in the Saints touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get him at the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
He'll get that one to Carter complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
That's a screenplay here for Carter.
Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2 to throw again. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Carter.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter play. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Deron Harmon. The 40.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return, a very good field position. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Tua. This is caught by Robinson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Tua now on 1st down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run with Carter. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's got him in, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for New Orleans, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.